Hello, everyone. This is Jeff Reed, former writer for iFanboy. My favorite DC Comics 12-issue miniseries from 1985 is not The Crisis on Infinite Earths. It is the DC Challenge. This was a 12-issue miniseries from 1985 and 86 that you cannot find in any modern edition. It's never been reprinted. There's no omnibus. There's no DC Finest. There's not even a digital version of any of these comics. You can only read them by finding these original 12 issues as they came out in the mid-80s. And that's a shame because this series is great, but it's not great for the plot. It's definitely not great for the writing. It's fine. It's not even great for the art, but there is some good art in it. The reason this story is so good is because of how it was made. This is an exquisite corpse story. So, the one writing an artist team started the story, and then they ended their issue on cliffhangers. And then the next writer artist team came along and had to begin the story where the last one left off, and then have to navigate out of those cliffhangers into their own story and into their own cliffhanger at the end. It was told without any collaboration between creators, which is insane and fun, and that's the joy of reading this story. It's to see the writers and artists trying to find their way out of the convoluted mess the story had become before them and try to make some sense out of it, or not. They didn't all try to make sense. They were just having fun. The most fun, though, is seeing the creators pull in characters they would never be able to use in any other DC comic story. People like Kongorilla and Bawana Beast, who hadn't been seen in like 20 years, are in this story. You can find Viking Prince and Silent Knight in the story, some Blackhawks, Enemy Ace, characters who you don't see a lot that the writers and artists of these stories wanted to put in there, and so they did. It is a joy to read, and I wrote a article about this back when iFanboy was an ongoing website. I wrote it back in, I believe, 2013, but if you just search online for iFanboy and the DC Challenge, you'll find that article that goes into more depth about all of these things and how they worked. I wish you could find a way to read this story because it is a fun one. And here's the thing. They did a version of this not too long ago. I think 2017 this came out. This is the Commandy Challenge, written very much the same way in the Exquisite Corpse style. But this one is not as fun because they were kind of told to contain themselves to the Commandy era and Commandy characters. They couldn't pull in Superman and Batman. They couldn't pull in Bawana Beast if they really wanted to. Etrigan was off limits. So really, it's a much more straightforward story in its own weird way. It's also, of course, fun as well. But the DC Challenge, the original, that's where the pure joy is of creating comics for fun and to make your friends laugh. Have a good one.